Journal entry. Day 14. After several translation attempts and enough research on Viking phonetics to stun a pit bull, I finally determined the missing character. That's a big A+ for me. And a big up here is to the review committee if I can locate the character on any existing stones. Just one stone with the new letter, and I have the whole thesis locked down. 652 sites and counting. It had better be here. Okay. Nope, that's 4. Then this one would be, yep, eternity. 4 eternity. What? Kill? No, it's not kill. That's the new letter. That's it. I found it. What the? No freaking way. No! Help me! Somebody! Help! Somebody! Help me! I have 3 days before my next flight to Tibet. 3 days in which to actually relax. So I decided to spend those 3 days in a quiet spot. I asked the locals if there were any good bed and breakfasts in the area. They pointed me to Kolvik. I can't wait to have some quiet time. The kind of quiet when it's just me. Not me and mummies, not me and the scorpions, not me and wild boars, badgers, snakes, spiders, and scarabs. You know, quality quiet time.
Lara Crofts! It's been a long time.
Charlie? Charlie Bascom. It's been too long. Good to see you again, old fellow.
We've got ourselves a mystery, but you must know all about that if you're here.
No, it's... actually, I'm rather on a break.
Oh, I'd love your advice on this just the same. I promise it'll only be a minute.
You will say that. You know, I'm beginning to think someone redefined a minute when I wasn't looking. Charlie's a forensic detective. A good one. All this time since university, and he still hasn't learned how to take no for an answer. Not that that's always a bad thing. So what seems to be the problem?
We think it might be a kidnapping. Just listen to this tape recording. The only evidence left behind at the scene of the crime.
That's 4. Yep, eternity. 4 eternity. What? No, it's not kill. That's the new letter. That's it. I found it. What the? No freaking way. No! Sounds quite dire. This stone has been handled.
How can you tell?
It's my specialty. Is there a library nearby?
There's nothing nearby. Not for miles.
Very well. I can manage without one.
Great. So you're looking into it then?
So it would seem.
If you need anything, Miss Croft, my name is Greta. I cook, clean the rooms, and I'll even mend your garments for you.
Why, thank you. Most kind. Oh. Actually, can you tell me a little about this place?
Kolvik, you mean? Or the island?
Both. The island Gotland and Kolvik.
My family's ancestors were one of the first people to settle here.
Ah, Vikings.
Oh no, honey. We settled here long after the Vikings were gone. Those stones you see out there, that's all that was left when my family built this manor house. We didn't want to disturb them, and within decades the stones became historical property. Anyway, the village bought them from our family. Oh, in what year? 1922?
Most interesting. Thank you.
The British Museum Library Archives Online welcomes you to your account, Lara Croft. You may access all your information at the presidential patron level.
do, hush. You're making me blush. The Nordic runes on that stone appear to spell, Aquil lies here for eternity. But why did the student appear to find a brand new rune in a sentence that's been properly decoded using the old letters? Okay. Let's try this. What if it wasn't properly decoded? Aquil lies here. Aquil? Sacrifice? War? Doesn't track. And it's syntactically awkward. Perhaps... Perhaps you're not exactly Nordic. The best reason to add a new letter, or introduce a new phonetic sound, is when you've run into a new people with a new language. But what people, and whose language? The Roman legions were this far north once. Aquil rests here for eternity. The syntax works as long as you leave out that interesting little denotation across the rune. But if you add that hatch mark, you get Aquil rests here for eternity. Aquil. The lost idol of the Roman legions. I was right! I think I just rang the doorbell of Elysium. Or maybe the dinner bell. There's only one problem with being right. You never know where it's going to take you. I see they've provided a welcoming committee. Thanks. It's good to be here. Whew. You've got a nasty sewer infestation in Kolvik. You really ought to call an exterminator. Oh no. Hell of a way to end your fieldwork, kid. Well, invoking Aquil got us both into this. I suspect only Aquil is going to get me out again.
Come forth!
Who said that? Come forth? They never say, oh, do come in, have some tea. It's never, well, I see we're a bit chilly. Come along in and warm up, love. Damned unfriendly, if you ask. Me, oh my, who... What are you?
I am all that remains of the proud Nordic people who were conquered here. What do you want here, intruder?
I'm here for the Golden Aquil, the last missing idol of the Roman legions. That would be the bright glowy thingy right behind you.
You will obtain it, only if you are worthy of it.
How will I know if I'm worthy of it?
As the Romans who enslaved us once told us, you must fight for our amusement.
This could put a damper on our relationship, but I don't think you'll find me very amusing.
You know this. There is one man in this arena whom you must not kill. If you kill him, you destroy the Aquil. Be prepared.
I wrote the handbook on being prepared. Except for the part on running out of ammo. That's in the 2nd edition. Gotta find a space to reload. Caught me cheating out of bounds, did you? Give a girl a break. Good kitty. Nice boy. I know where you can't reach me. Now stay! Stay! Not roll over. Bad kitty. Stay.
Kill the intruder! Kill her!
And it's a pleasure to meet you too. Here. Let me introduce you to a friend of mine. The Ingram M10 submachine gun. A favorite of mine. So versatile.
Got her!
Not without flowers carrying in a shower. Not necessarily in that order. Do go away. Everyone else around here is in leather or armor. Everyone but you. Meaning you're the easiest to kill. Meaning in turn, that you're almost certainly the one I'm not supposed to harm. Now that's hardly fair. I'm not supposed to hurt him.
But we never said you couldn't fight with him. How will you manage?
You'd be surprised how well I get by dodging the rules. Now neither of us can hurt the other. And you were hurt, weren't you? By those who came before, who did not show you mercy. That's what all this is about, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, it is. She wins the match.
You don't have to kneel before anyone. Ever again. Who are you?
Just a fisherman. One of the many who died at the hands of the Roman legions. Why do you want the Aquil?
To lift the curse you put upon the village of Kolvik.
What village?
The one that grew up near your gravesite, where you buried the Aquil out of spite for the Romans. Apparently that spite is still strong enough to reach out and touch anyone who pokes around too deeply. There's been enough suffering caused by this piece of metal.
It cannot be allowed to profit those who came here to spill our blood. If you try to take it back, the curse will follow it 1,000-fold.
I know. So I have another idea. I will...
Lara, is that you? Where have you been? We've been looking for you for 3 days.
3 days? Bloody hell. Well, there goes my peaceful weekend before Tibet.
Where have you been?
I've been busy.
Is that... Yes, I recognize it from the history books. It's the Aquil. This is an incredible find. When the word gets out, the village will be swarming with investors, millionaires, officials, dignitaries, museum curators, antiquarians, and...
Yes, I'm sure it will. Tell them to meet me tomorrow at the blacksmith's.
The blacksmiths? But...
Later, Charles. I need to sleep. I wonder what it was like in the days before the Aquil's curse. Fishing, raising herds, metalsmithing, raising families, worshipping at shrines. It must have been a peaceful life. For what it's worth, I am sorry. I keep pointing out to folks that there's a difference between a tomb raider and an artifact monger. This is one of those rare moments when people figure it out the hard way.
Morning. Miss Croft, we have to talk to you about the Aquil. It's the last one of its kind. This is the only Roman Aquil missing from the collection in Roman antiquities.
Excuse me! I'm an official with the Roman Bureau of Antiquities, and this is a national treasure!
Yes, I see.
I'm prepared to offer you a great deal of money for it. Whatever he offers you, I can easily top.
Ladies, gentlemen, please. After listening to all your very important claims to the Aquil, I think I know who gets it. The people it was originally stolen from. Yeah!
Now what are you doing? Not our heritage, no! Damage beyond repair! That's actionable! I'm taking this up with my lawyer.
I'd like to speak with the village metalworker. Alone, if you don't mind. Can I ask a favor of you?
Sure.
Good. This won't take long at all. Do you have anything we can pour this into?
You could have made a fortune off this fine, Lara.
Perhaps. And perhaps the curse would follow the gold and decimate half of Rome. Not that you could really tell, I suppose, since half the place is already in ruins. Either way, it's better to melt the gold into ingots and put it back where it belongs.
Sad. One of the greatest monuments of the Roman legions. No higher value was placed on any object. The golden eagles were carried by the front troops as a symbol of power.
Just keep digging. According to my research, Aquils were made from the melted gold of the indigenous people's religious icons, taken after the Roman legions torched their shrines.
Horrible. I didn't know that.
That's why it was cursed. The first Roman army to lose it was executed by the Caesar for their ineptitude. A second army, vast as the sea, was sent to reclaim this Aquil from the Nordic clans who lived there. That army was never heard from again.
Then, the Aquil remained buried here, Until this grad student unearthed it, trying to finish his degree.
Yes, and now may it rest in peace properly, without further disturbance. The worst part of living my kind of life is not the jet lag, the occasional food poisoning, or the changing altitude. It's spending 3 nights in the little quiet spots like Kolvik and never getting a moment to enjoy them. Oh well, someone has to do it after all. If not me, it'd probably be that seemingly ageless American with that slouch brim fedora and a bullwhip I met in Cairo last year. Nice man, good kisser, but he'll never get far with that fear of snakes. Me? I don't mind snakes at all. Or spiders, or boars, bats, bees, beasts, bandicoots, or anything else beginning with a B. Though it'd certainly be nice to someday find one nice, quiet bed and breakfast.